know why I'm here?
Of course, Princess Ivo. Oh, look at her. Isn't it sad? An elf in the prime of her life, sleeping away her best years.
I'm going to prevent that from happening.
And I hope you're successful. This is more boring than watching the cricket.
Ivo's father said I can't rescue Ivo against her mother's will.
That would be a bad idea. Although I'd like to see what would happen if you tried.
So how can I convince Ivo's mother that she's not acting in her daughter's best interests?
Isn't she? The future's in constant flux. Even I can't see it clearly in my mirror. A powerful priestess like her might be able to see more, but clearly she doesn't want to.
She thinks Ivo's thrown her life away, and she thinks it's impossible that she could be happy with a child, or with me.
A difficult task that you... come on, number 3! Run! Come on! Yes!
Ivo's pregnancy. Do you know who... you know?
Ivo said you weren't the father, but if not you, who?
I'm not the oracle with 100 eyes. How should I know who it is?
Eyes that are blind if there's no reflective surface nearby. Ivo seemed very surprised by the news herself. She spoke of a curse that might have struck her.
A curse? Yeah, sure. Can I have that mirror?
Of course not!
I could always keep an eye on Ivo with it, and maybe it'll come in useful some other way.
It's already useful. It means I can see what happens next in the story. Anyway, I've never given any of my mirrors away. They are rare collectors.
You collect... Rewind. Delete. Stupid question. I gotta go.
Yes!
Thousands of lives are taking place behind these tragedies, comedies, and quite a... Some happy children playing in a... Ivo's mother refuses to believe that Ivo's children could have a happy... Who cares if the future queen has an illegitimate child? Well, apart from me. Some mirrors show different scenes the whole time. Others always show
The connection between two mirrors is sometimes stronger and sometimes weaker. This one here has a particularly strong connection to the mirror in Ivo's room. Just look how clear the picture is.
About the mirror.
Just a second, something exciting's happening.
Oh, good. About the... Oh...
Stop! Stop right there!
Whoa, whoa, easy does it. Put that thing away.
Nate? Have you seen what they've done to my island?
Let me guess. You've redecorated. So the pirates that fled...
Oh, it was that little brat and her mother. Turned up here saying I should hand over...
And you explained politely that the elf is no longer here and that unfortunately you can, as such, be of no help.
I kicked them out. Then they started transforming my island. They would have got me too if I didn't have the head.
I see you were at least able to rescue the statues.
Statues? They're my friends. Tell him.
Friends!
I brought them in here long before them witches came. A man shouldn't be alone. Isn't that right, Martha?
Right. Yeah. I've even heard of people who went mad because they had no one to talk.
Can't happen to me. I've got friends, and things are on the up.
Friends? Van Buren's convinced that Ivo's still here. I'm supposed to persuade you to hand her over.
I'd do that at a drop of a hat. That elf is in league with dark forces. She was trying to drive me crazy. Do you hear what she said about the...
Van Buren isn't going to believe that Ivo's not here.
You've got to get that old bag off my island, Nate.
I'm here because I need the spirit...
What? Not because you missed my
And because I've missed your company. But mainly, a friend of mine won't find their way out of the realm of the dead without it.
I don't care about that. It's my compass. Right. You see?
How about I get Van Buren off the island, and in return you lend me the compass? You'll get it back in one piece.
You get rid of them both, mother and daughter.
That's the deal.
William, what do you say?
It's stew today!
Ah, good old Bill. All you ever think of is... All right, Nate. If you get those two monstrosities...
Deal. Our deal stand?
Aye, you chase those two horrors off my island, and
That's what I wanted. I've got to go.
See?
The ape has got nothing to match the Van Buren's magic. But he could easily take me out if I try to steal the... Perhaps Old Red's friends can persuade him... The Medusa head is the only thing keeping... No one in their right mind picks a fight with old magic like that. Not... I'd better not. Old Red would notice if... Those aren't really friends of the Red Pipe. If they were, they'd have drawn his attention to the fact that he's completely lost his mind. The poor bird looks quite stressed out. I would be too if I was the one-man entertainer for a lunatic. The Spirit Compass. It can show the art. Few books are consulted for words of wisdom as often as this one. But I think...
You should give Nate the compass.
Huh? Nate, was that...
no.
Liar! I mean, no liar!
I can see it's you, Nate. Imitating other people.
Scandal!
Hello there.
What do you want?
I'm Nate. You're the council leader Van Buren.
Uh-huh. And you are not invited.
Quite, pretty what you've done with the city.
I got it all out of my book. And Mommy says I've got a real artificial...
Artistic. Although, artificial works too. Wouldn't it be fun to move on and transform something else? Or to travel back to sea...
Mommy's looking for the elf who stole...
Yes, but aren't you the one in charge here? Just tell her you want to go somewhere.
But I've got everything ready for my tea party, and the guests will...
But... A tea party?
Exactly like in my book. I'm celebrating my birthday. I've got a table, tea, and lovely things to eat, and any minute now the guests will open the Mad Hatter and the White... And then I'll get presents.
I'd love to be a guest at your...
Ew, you can't come. You aren't a Mad Hatter, and you're not a White Rabbit either. And you're a boy, and...
Now listen here.
I can make you pretty...
Thank you, but that's... And this Hatter and Rabbit? Will you make them appear by magic?
No, I can only change... They will come here. I've done everything exactly the same as in my book, so they've gotta come. I always get very angry if I don't get exact.
Okay.
And they all have to bring me presents, and when the Hatter and the White Rabbit are there, then Mommy has to come over. Right, Mommy?
What, sweetie?
When the other guests have arrived, then you'll come over too and give me an unbirthday present, right?
Of course, my sweet. As soon as a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit appear, then I'll give you the most super-duper present ever.
Ha! Did you hear that?
Who is this Mad Hatter you're expecting?
He's a Hatter, and he's mad.
Uh-huh. And what is it that makes him a Hatter? And what makes him so mad?
He wears a top hat and a colorful neckerchief, and I'm not sure why he's mad, but he...
I see. A white rabbit at a tea party?
You think?
Yeah, and perhaps you should give him a watch if he doesn't turn up soon.
No, my guests have to give me a present.
I've got to go.
Yes? Otherwise you'll scare my guests away.
The brat's keeping a watchful eye on the little... I won't get anywhere near it as long as...
Escuchas, culalabo. Mons, fat kulilul.
Away we go. Cast off. A green top hat. Thank you. Thank you. Away we go. Cast off. Not now. Perhaps later. Away we go. Cast off. Hello.
Just like in my book.
Sure, completely insane. I think you're a revolting child, and you have...
You must be really mad if you're making fun of me.
And what kind of...
Good ones. Anyone wishing to come to my...
And what is it?
I like sweet and fluffy animals. I like things for girls.
Violence is never the... In my experience... Violence, in my experience... Hi.
Oh, Hatter!
I've got a great gadget for you. A mat...
A what?
If you pull the string tight and someone speaks into the tin at one end, you can hear what he says at the...
That's completely lame. If you want something, then you could just scream loud.
But it's not lame.
It is. And totally impractical with all those capes. Huh. Now it'll work with...
Even better.
Say what? That isn't a present. I want a real present.
I hereby...
Say what? That isn't a present.
Yes, but you...
Whatever.
Yes, but...
I want...
A present! That's some transformation. There must be power. As unhealthy and delicious as it might look, I'm not going to risk... Lady Van...
Yes.
I've spoken to the Red Pirate. He says the elf fled before you even...
Of course he says that.
I haven't seen her anywhere.
Then you haven't looked properly enough. I want that elf.
Then I may take my leave, Lady Van Buren?
Yes, yes.
About the mirror.
Just a second.
Oh. Hello?
Yes?
About the mirror.
Just a second.
Oh, good God. I gotta...
Yeah.
Are you still hungry? We should do something about... Are you... We should... Wasn't there a... I should be able to find something useful for white powder, for example. Anything else? Nah. Most of the communication between a captain and his ship's nonverbal. We'll leave it at that for now. We haven't got a present for that brat yet, and I don't want to see Critter in drag for any longer. That would be quite funny, but this is not the right time. The perfume could be a good gift for the brat. But I'd better look after it for Critter, otherwise he'll just cover himself in it. The brat's keeping a watch. I won't get anywhere near it as long as...
Oh!
Lorem ipsum. This... Away we go. After everything Ivo told me, Seastone is better that we're not seen there with his human version. I met Critter in the Northlands. Nice people up there. Penguin. Cast off. Hi.
Who?
So I should put...
What are you talking?
The instruction.
Why are you always saying things that don't make any... Anyway, one also needs a bicycle, has to put 2 into the left-hand column, and then wait until the whole thing has been well roasted.
The operating manual mentions something about a wooden pin, and there's some rotten wood still sticking in the hole in the stone plinth.
Yes, we always had issues with the wooden pegs. Wood is easy to craft, but not as long-lasting. I discovered something completely new in Mortimer's...
Metal?
Yes, but not bronze. Much harder, much more durable. I called it ugly super bronze. I brought a sample of it with...
About the...
The what?
The metal you found in...
Who told you about... One could build completely new types of weapons with this metal. Wood and bronze weapons would be useless. No one must find out. Until Lorem Ipsum has mastered the secret...
It is I!
Huh?
Yes, and I command you to...
Wait a moment. The fair...
It's been a long...
He's taller than you, and...
I have to go... Hi.
Oh.
You're right. Let's examine the metal for the...
If we should ever get lazy and start to rest on our laurels, it could...
We, wouldn't want...
No. What was I going to
Hmm.
I was just put...
Thank you.
What for?
This depression.
That I
Why does the sun need to know what time?
no.
So how does the sun?
Haven't a clue. The shadow of the little stick in the middle tells us for definite when it is time to.
There is no stick in the middle of the clock.
It must have been I think more has been broken too.
So
What are you? What, any?
I've got.
Bye.
The reed casts a thin shadow on the numbers and lines inside the clock. Fits like a glove. How am I supposed? The Mary should have enough power to... And the pipe serves as the new connection piece K. Off we go! Pull, my dear old fatty!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Come on, you can do it! All right. Now slowly... Ah! Well done, Mary.
Did you ever doubt me, little one?
The shadow of the obelisk at exactly 3 p.m. is supposed to cast across the stone you can use to open a secret door into the pyramid. Now it's about noon? Okay. It's 2:15. 3 o'clock. The obelisk is casting its shadow exactly on that stone. That's it. Let's go.
If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. Traps. Lots of traps. Mortimer just about managed it. And Mortimer is... Mortimer.
He was in the pyramids?
Of course. He is an archaeologist.
Do you know how the traps in there work?
Naturally. I even invented some myself. I am an enigma, I think.
How about you accompany us?
In there? Whew.
Come on, I thought...
Really? That would be Walter or Winifred. Those are good names.
Come on now, get...
In there?
It's important.
It's like my dear old father. Coyote, snake, bird looking to the left, sun, wavy lines, exclamation mark. Yes, he was very erudite. And you wouldn't have caught him simply wandering into a... Oh, come on. And it's important.
What?
You can't let me go in there on my own. You have to...
Okay.
I win every arg. Put me on your shoulder.
Do I have...
Hup, hup. We have 40 days in the desert ahead.
We're going into the pyramid.
Which pyramid?
Hey, stop puffing and panting in my ear.
I'm not panting. I'm exhaling dramatically.
Nice little play. Vases, cat statues, a wooden chair. Why is there only junk here?
What use are treasures to you on the other side?
As a real Tomb Raider, I have to at least take some. What about this? An ancient mirror, I'd say.
You can't take that. That is the first mirror that was ever made.
And?
Pharaoh Tut-Tut was very particular about his appearance.
Not anymore. I'm quite... Locked. And like everything here, the door is made of stone. You can't just kick it open. A conspicuous black hole in the...
You have to put your arm...
Sure?
Yes. Sometimes there is a switch at the end of the hole. I'm pretty sure that this one...
Ołtarz. Ile fryku podała? Tak,
This column looks strange.
No.
Sure?
Be careful, Nate. Why didn't you...
This part of the column...
Are you sure?
Yes, I would jump over, but I don't know if there's another trap on the other side of the slab. There are some nasty-looking spikes.
I would suggest that we don't fall...
Even if I get over this pitfall, the stone ball is blocking my...
The ball should only block the entrance to the tomb in an...
I guess Mortimer triggered the trap when he was here. It would seem that the pyramid served not only as the last resting place of the pharaoh, but also as a junk room.
No, those are valuable grave goods. The pharaoh should not have to want for anything in the next world.
Seeds?
Just in case there's a famine in the next world.
Press for olive oil or something like that. I'd rather relax than work in the afterlife.
The pharaoh naturally would never operate the equipment. Hundreds of his most loyals...
I don't see any bones. I guess the slaves had a bit of a rethink about their loyalty after the pharaoh died. I guess the pit... Mortimer. You can't see your hands in front of your face.
So what? Get it.
There's no way I'm going into a...
I have never had such a stubborn camel. And you're...
I can hear a kind of patter of thousands of little feet.
Oh, I'm sure that's nothing.
Harsut quello. Harsut. Ołtarz. Kaca. Hart. Tak.
So, tell me again. You said that if I stick my arm in there...
How should I know?
There really is something like a...
Pull it.
Ah!
Don't let go. The door is opening.
Great.
Put.
Yes. Broken. Ah. Clean handiwork. No gap in which I could stick the... Here, for you. Right. Again.
Oldzach. Malaka boom. Box. Ula. Texture push. Ula. Ula. Hatawi. Putsura, Luca. Oldzach. Bubble. Oldzach. Texture push. Bubble. Putsura.
The door's opened a little, but the mechanism seems to be broken. It doesn't open any further. Ah. What the devil?
Oh, scarabs. We often use them in traps. They eat the flesh of the bones of any intruders. Fantastic animals.
Yeah, fantastic. I won't set a foot in the room with those dung beetles.
That strikes me as a very good idea. At least, as long...
Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like. The door's open. Ah. Thank you. Thank you. One trap left. The plank isn't long enough to bridge the pit, and I don't want to put it in on an angle. The beetles might crawl out. The ball must weigh tons. Isn't there another way into the burial chamber?
Burial?
I've... That should work. All right, I've pressed the oil out of the... It's all in. You can't see your hand.
So what?
There's no... Lorem ipsum. This little book helped me work. Listen, Shorty. I'll set you down here.
Very?
Away we go. Cast off. That would be quite funny. We haven't got a green top hat.
Oh, Hatter!
I am... Are you still hungry? We should do... The perfume could be a good gift for the brat, but I'd better look after it for Critter, otherwise he'll just cover himself in it. We haven't got a present for that brat yet, and
Yes?
This little mirror came from a tomb in Lorem Ipsum. Is it worth anything?
Is that... Oh. Do you know what you've got there?
I'll take that as a yes then.
That's the mirror. The first one. Thousands of years old. Just imagine all the things it's seen. All the classics you could watch in it.
Wanna swap? The mirror, the first one, thousands of years old, in mint condition, for the mirror connected to Ivo's room?
Yes, of course. Take it. Wow. Mirrors used to be so small.
I gotta go.
Yes.
Ivo is still asleep in her bed. Ivo is still asleep. Hi. I am... The lady wants Ivo and she won't...
Aye?
I've got to...
See?
See you later.
I'd better not.
Give Nate the compass, bird brain.
Did you say that?
Huh? I'm over here.
Be careful what you say.
William's dead. I'm talking to... I've had enough of you and this whole charade. Give Nate what he needs and let...
You ungrateful tit! I told you you're only to speak when I ask you something.
No one listens to you, fatty.
Fatty? I won't be insulted by a feathered mop.
And what, bird brain?
Oh, just you wait. No, come back. Who's gonna...
I'd better not. Hello?
Aye?
I've got to...
See you.
I only have to get rid of the Van Burens, then I get the compass. Sounds simple. I'd better not. Old Red would notice if I moved the statue. The lady wants Ivo as unhealthy and delicious. Hi.
Oh!
I... We haven't got a... All right. Cast off. Go over into the garden. There are plants. Don't fancy green. People say the water has... We waited for ages, then it was critter... I don't know if it's the best perfume ever, but as I made it, chance... I have to convince... It looks like she's a... But her father... Away we go. The Van Buren brat is I've got an idea. It... All right. May I introduce you to the White Rabbit?
That doesn't look like a normal...
Yes, well, yeah.
Gosh, it's a super rabbit!
Only the best for your...
Have you got a present for...
Mr. Hoppy has brought you some wonderful...
perfume? Achoo!
Splendid, isn't it? All the ladies in Lorem Ipsum are wearing it this season.
But it's making...
That's how it has to be. Don't you know the saying, one must suffer to be beautiful? You shouldn't really be wearing this kind of thing yet. It's only for the big girls.
Only for grown...
Yes, little girls shouldn't wear perfume. Only women of the...
I am a woman of...
That's what Mr. Hoppy thought too. But don't tell your mother about it.
Do take a seat, Mr. Hoppy. May I offer you some tea?
Hi.
Oh, Hatter!
Ivo is still as... The lady wants... The brat's keeping a watch. I won't... Hey, you up there. Are you hungry? Gotcha! Look, I've got a pretty bird.
Oh, pretty.
And he talks.
Ooh! Oh, that's such a lovely present. Please, Mr. Bird, do take a seat. And you may sit down over there, Mr. Hatter. Quickly.
But of course, milady. And isn't your mother going to be joining?
Uh-huh. Mommy, it's tea time. The Hatter and the Rabbit are here.
So what? It's lovely that you found someone to play with, but Mummy has...
You promised.
But darling, though...
I want my present now! Where is...
But darling, we already talked about this. You mustn't get so overexcited and stop pointing that thing at me.
I want my present!
Of course, of course. It's, in sea stone. You can choose something from the shop. I can't do anything here by the look of it.
Good news.
Have they gone?
Certainly. It was hard work, but worth it for a magic...
What magic?
The spirit compass you promised me.
I don't remember that. Do you, Pierre? Nah. Pierre?
You said you'd lend me the spirit compass if I got rid of the Van...
So what? Did you hear me say pirate's word of honor?
You... You didn't say pirate's word of honor.
Therefore, according to pirate law, no contract was entered into. You should have known that, Ned.
But I need...
And I'm not going to hand it over that easily. Out with him. And
You're gonna regret this. What did you say, Pierre? Fat loony? I wouldn't dare say it. That thug bolted the gate after he threw me. Mmm, delicious. It's impossible to keep your hands off. I'm not... Would you like some of these? Whoa, Betty! Someone's got one hell of a sweet tooth. I haven't got any more. There's about 200 weights of these unhealthy treats waiting for you over there, in front of the palace. Yes, go. Make sure you don't eat them all at once. What have you done, little fella? You... The whole lot? How is that even... I mean, it's gotta have gone... There's a saying about people who bring knives to gunfights, and I don't... There's a saying... I'm gonna be strong. That's the biggest, most formidable, and most glittery heap of dung I've ever seen. You want me to... That's... it's... quite fierce, grim look. Hey, Critter.
Huh?
Forget it.
Take a look.
Cast off. Right. Again.
Puzzure, Luca.
Ah. Is there any way to lure them off? Or chase them?
Those are elite beetles. We trained their great, 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 etc. fathers to attack intruders and kill them in the most painful way possible. Did you know that dung beetles are very strong? Each one of them can move a dung ball.
Perhaps a little. Okay, they seem... I won't set a foot in the room with those dung beetles.
That strikes me.
Perhaps they'll see me as a friend at some point and stop attacking me.
Or they'll kill you because they want to get to the...
Perhaps they'll see me as a...
Or they'll...
Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like. Delicious. At least I don't have to carry it around with me. The dung beetles can smell the dung. They're running back and... Run, my little workers! Go forth and get yourselves the mother of all dung ball. They're doing it. Together they're strong. However, not very clever. right then, what happens here? A grate, and some kind of enclosure behind it. But it doesn't look as if there's much danger lying in wait for me. There are only a couple of skeletons on the floor.
What has happened to the basilisks?
I'm no zoologist, but it might be problematic if you don't feed basilisks for a few thousand years.
But the scarabs survived.
Yeah, but that's because there's enough shit in this world. A wheel in the wall. Judging by its position, I'd say it opens the grate next.
Quite right. We had blind slaves who cared for the basilisks. They were only allowed to open the enclosures when all others had left the room.
The basilisks don't need the wheel. Something happened. And now it's been reversed again. A board full of small stone discs. Looks a bit like a...
Behind such boards, we used to hide treasures.
That thing's a safe...
Indeed. If you manage to move the figure to one of the treasure fields, the board will flip open. There are pitfalls, and fields that turn into pitfalls after. You can't step on spiky fields, but the golem can. He will move towards your figure if you are
all right. And anyone can open the safe if...
Well, some think that a thief that goes through the trouble of solving the puzzle has earned the right to do some looting. Personally, I never agreed with that.
Alrighty then, I'll try...
No, this present does not belong to you.
Present?
Read, fool. Present of the Pharaoh to his favorite concubine, Star of the East.
Ooh, that sounds like gold, gems, finest...
Huck, nay!
What are you doing?
I will continue to make this noise as long as you try to steal from the
She must have been dead for thousands...
Huck!
Okay. Just a quick one or two moves.
Huck, why are you...
Just a quick one.
Why are...
Why not? Let me guess. The Pharaoh's burial.
Yes.
How do you open?
You have to...
The lever... Right. Ah. Here, You might need this more than me.
BOUT2.
A chariot?
Oh no, the Pharaoh longed to live. This records everything.
Do you believe the book can grant...
I'd say it didn't.
Right. Ah.
Fazzole, Luca. Fazzole, Luca.
Conspicuous looking holes. There's some kind of lever back. Now? Is this another sarcophagus or...
No.
Quite a lot of work just for storing some tools.
Lorem Ipsum was built with knowledge and these tools.
Do you know how to open the...
You have to set the right code. It is yellow, red, red, blue, green.
You remember it?
Why wouldn't I?
Various hammers, a compass, a plumb line? Not very What's this?
That's just a standard time manipulator. You'd be better off taking the...
Time manipulator?
It stops time for a few seconds in a limited area. Very handy if you need to carry out work on fast-moving parts.
I think I'll stick with the time and... That could work. I wonder whether I could just pluck the darn prickly things out of the air.
Only if you're not too bothered about the poison.
Perhaps I can snake my way through. You'd have to be a contortionist to get through the balls without touching one. Nothing. People found the petrified bones of huge ancient lizards. If all animals were bigger... I'm too big and not supple enough to snake through the... I'm too big and not supple enough to snake through the... The time and... Here. But be careful and don't point it at anyone.
Neat.
When I first got them, now I understand. This thing only stops time for a moment. I couldn't get Ivo out of here quickly enough. And even if I could, her mother would alert the— It's as Bob said. I have to convince the Queen that what she's doing isn't in Ivo's— This thing only stops time for— And even if I— It's as Bob said. Her mother could leave her in this state for months. I have— Bob needs his sleep. Ah, Randolph, my living skeleton. Critter and Randolph don't really get on. But all all hands needed. Hey, Randolph, high five. That always— Most of the communication between a captain— Here, take the time. But be careful, and don't point it at anyone. No, the hand and critter don't get on very well. It would only cause an argument. People found the petrified bones of huge ancient lizards. If all animals were bigger back then than they are today. Hey, critter.
Huh?
You take...
That's...
Thank... I'm too big and not supple enough. Here, take the time manipulator. But be careful, and don't point it at it. I guess you need to turn this disc to open the door. One of the stone pins is out? Cast off.
¿Qué escuchas? Con la labor.
Thank you. Quite fierce grip. Not only is she blessed with an appetite, she's also got fantastic...
Nate!
Let's give them a bit of privacy. What do you think?
Private?
Perhaps you could have...
Shush! This is a really good bit.
Some happy children playing... Ivo's mother refuses to believe that Ivo's children could have a happy... Who cares if the future queen has an illegitimate well, apart from me. Perhaps you could...
Shush! You're not considering trying out that magical artifact on...
No. All right.
Hey, I was watching that!
It won't take long. Anyway, you owe me a favor for getting rid of the Van Buren.
All right then, but hurry.
Perhaps you could have... Not only is she blessed with an appetite... Most of the... Cast off. If this doesn't work, don't hurt me. You have to see this.
You did this to my baby!
I didn't. And you should have a look at this. Your grandchild.
Stop making such a racket. Nora, keep those kids of yours in check.
What?
You want to see into the future and find out what you've done to her? I'll show you.
Why don't you ask Granny whether she'll tell you a story? Don't call me Granny.
A story!
Do you really want to keep her imprisoned here so that she hates you for the rest of her life?
Granny tells the best stories.
Right then, what story do you want to hear?
No. I see I was wrong.
I made a decision for Ivo once because I thought it was the best for her. It broke my heart, and it was wrong. Only one person should make decisions on Ivo's life. Ivo. I'll... wait.
Oh, what? You stunned me!
Not quite so fast, darling.
How much time has passed?
A little. The human is still here. He's waiting out.
Is Nate?
He convinced me to wake you. Ivo. One can be full of good intentions and still do the wrong thing.
And apologies will not make what's done undone.
No, they don't. But one can only try to do the right thing and hope to be forgiven. Ivo.
Farewell.
What's taking so long?
I fetched this. Yes, fine. Dad says I have you to thank for this?
I didn't want to just leave you lying there. And while I was at it, I discovered Laura...
Then you'll help me transform Alistair.
What do you mean, help? The critter and me did all the work while you were...
Oh, you...
We'll bring Alistair back. That's...
I don't want anything else. Now let's get out of here. Get some distance between me and my mother.
You heard... Cast off.
Impressive. Did you excavate?
We had some...
Who?
He's waiting in the pyramid. May I introduce...
Oh, no.
Martin.
Oh, I am not
You know each other?
We know each...
I don't know what it's doing here, but for the sake of my sanity...
You really do know...
What's wrong with...
Here, take... But be careful, and don't point it at anyone.
Let's try. That's it. Wow.
The burial chamber of Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Yes, that's him. Did you ever see such an ugly fellow?
So that's probably the Book of the Dead.
Looks like it. Let's grab it and get out of here.
No.
Oh, sure. I just wanted a peek.
I say, this is impressive. You built me, O venerable Tut-Tut.
Venerable Tut-Tut?
Yes?
You are Pharaoh?
It would appear. Hey, you help me get off this camel. King Tut is back.
Hooray!
In any case, I guess it's okay if we take the Book of the Dead now.
Where did you get that idea, mortal? I didn't get to be God King of the desert by giving my things away.
That much is clear.
My ungrateful rucksack won't cough up the Book of the Dead just like that. And we better not get on the wrong side of this stony doppelganger. Either Tut used to be much bigger, or the statue wasn't built to scale. I wonder whether there's something he's trying to compensate for. The Pharaoh's golden sarcophagus must have been inside this stuff. Must have been a nasty shock for Mortimer to find it occupied. Just look at him. Just sitting there. The murals seem to have something to do with this board with the marbles. Perhaps a kind of rich... This tunnel is clearly much more recent than the rest. I guess this was Mortimer's way out of here once the stone ball blocked his way. A board with 5, 9, 16 marbles that form... No idea what that is. The murals seem to have some... Perhaps... Hi.
Greeting.
I'm quite sure you said something about the crazy Pharaoh Tut-Tut when we were outside the pyramid.
I'm sure I'd remember that.
When we were coming in, you called yourself ugly. And I would never doubt the word of the Pharaoh. You are crazy and ugly.
Where am I?
I'd never have thought there were golems back in your...
Of course there were. How could we possibly have erected the pyramids without giant living stone statues? With ropes? Sledges?
Whenever I hear a golem story, it always ends in catastrophe.
Oh, shush. If you deploy them wisely and in moderation, then nothing bad will... Our flowering lordum ipsum out there is living proof.
The Book of the Dead. You've got it.
What exactly?
Don't you think you owe me something?
Oh, you?
You'd never have got in here without me. I opened the pyramid. I opened the gate to the burial chamber with my friends. I even carried you around on my back half.
Do we?
What are these balls in the board all about?
This is the Nim game. My favorite. I'm unbeatable.
Really? How do you play?
Well, one has to... Yes, exactly. Each of us takes turns to remove any number of marbles from the board, but only marbles from one plane of the pyramid. And whoever takes the last marble loses. Do you want to play?
Off we go. You start.
Well,
But only because you were lucky.
that's not... You want to play it?
Off we...
Are you sure?
Yes.
Of course.
Hi.
Greet.
About the...
Yes.
Off.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Of course.
The Pharaoh's quite... Hi.
Greet.
About this...
Yeah.
Off.
Well,
But only because...
that's... You want to...
Off. But only because...
That you...
Right then.
Well,
But only because...
That's not... You want to...
Right then.
Are you?
Yes.
Of course.
Hi. About this... Right.
Are you
Yes.
Oh.
Hi. About this.
Yeah.
Off we.
Are you
Yes.
Of
Hi. About. Off we.
Well, but only that's not you want to.
Off.
Well, but on that you.
Off.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Of
Hi.
green.
Fair.
What?
Those are the rules of the one who takes away the light. All right. What did Tut Tut say? You have to move the figure to one of the treasure fields without the golem catching you. The rest I'll probably just have to try out. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to... Huh. I don't like those kind... This has to... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to... Huh. I don't like those... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has... Huh. I don't like those... This has to... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This... Huh. I don't like those kind... This has to work. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to... Huh. I don't like those kind of shit. This has... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to... Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to work somehow. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to work. Done! The present of the pharaoh for his favorite concubine. Jewelry? Gems? It feels somehow right. Hey, Mary.
Captain Nate?
Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine we'd set...
Only little Wilbur is...
He's on a dangerous mission in the dark.
Aren't you worried?
Nah, little guy learned... All right. Let me know if there's a problem.
And then...
Hi.
Greetings.
About this game.
Yes.
Off we go. You start.
Well, I've won.
But only because...
That's... You want to...
Off we...
That is...
Come on, you have to take a marble.
But that would mean...
Yep, that's exact...
But
It certainly would be better that way.
They must never
You could bribe me with some...
Yes, or I could have you...
A bribe? Excellent.
Aha! Of course. What would you like?
The Book of the Dead?
It's your... In exchange, you won't tell anyone that I watched the Temple Virgins.
Agreed. The Book of the Dead. So what now?
Just missing the compass now.
To the Red Pirate. If we'd known about this passage before, it would have saved us a lot of trouble.
Perhaps MacGuffin wanted to protect the tomb from tomb raiders. Or he wanted to have a private entrance so...
Away we go. Cast off. It's not safe for you on the island, Van Buren.
In that case, it won't be safe for you.
Yes, but it's not just about...
Oh, well, okay.
I will.
¿Qué escuchas? Culalabó.
Thank you. Is this what you're looking for? I would think again if I... Think about it. How did I get the key, Look what magic can do. Do you want to be stuck in a pink tutu and forced to be Chantel's playmate? Run! I'll give you 10 seconds head start. It's me again.
Don't move.
Maybe the invisible powers helped me.
Take that back.
Nice and easy now. I don't want any trouble, and you've still got the head. I just wanted to hang out with my old friends. Right, guys?
Okay, okay. They're all I've got left.
I gotta make him give me the compass, and quickly. Old Red's a powder keg. I'd better not. I'm afraid he'd like it, and then he would. I'd better not.
Did William just move?
Huh? Dunno. Did he?
Why shouldn't he? Living friends. Friends living. Friends move, right? He did move.
Who moved?
William. He wants to tell me something.
You mean that stone statue wants to tell you something? This could turn out badly for you.
Badly?
Yeah, you turned him into stone, right? Perhaps him and the others didn't really like that. And how are you going to protect yourself? They're stone already.
Oh, I won't let them out of my sight.
Don't blink. Time to have some fun.
No, no! What do you want from...
I think they want to give you another chance to become a decent and upstanding...
Oh, brilliant, Nate. How am I...
You could start by going to Pirate Bay and apologize...
What? Apologize?
And perhaps you could start by not calling them... Go! The spirit compass. Now we've got the Book of the Dead, the compass, and the spark. Everything we need to bring Alistair back. To the Oracle!
Gulasam erith bar...
Good. And now the spark...
It didn't work.
What happened?
Archmage Alistair!
Why am I a frog?
Yeah, why is he still a frog?
We've brought his spirit back into this world. Turning him human again was never part of the deal.
But...
There is a simple way to change a frog back into a human being. It just needs to be kissed by a virgin princess.
But where are we going to find one of them?
Oh, thank you.
But I don't understand. Why is Ivo pregnant?
The artifact.
Huh?
The artifact of divine fate can fulfill any wish, and Ivo carried it for a long time. If one spends enough time in the presence of such a powerful magical object, then the magic can linger. It keeps working, even when the object itself isn't there anymore.
But I didn't wish...
I'm not saying you did.
Well, yes, I...
You did this? You wanted to start a family with me?
That's... Yes, but I... didn't know. Ivo of the Woodland Realm, will you...
Yes.
Congratulations.
Soon we'll be a real family. And we didn't even have to have that sex thing to do it.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Now, tell me, what has happened?
You were changed into a frog by the little Van Bu...
There was a golem, and...
He tricked Wilbur, but you sorted out the golem in seconds, and Munkus wouldn't have been a problem for you either.
But then there was this incredible magical energy. It caught me completely by surprise.
That was the little brat. She'd got hold of Wilbur's wand, and because she's a descendant of the evil sorcerer that made the wand...
Wilbur's magic wand is the wand of... May the gods protect us.
She's transformed half of Seastone, and she's been here too. I've seen some wizardry in my life, but what this girl's been up to... Whoa, Nelly.
Where are Wilbur and Remy?
Are you feeling all right, Mum?
I'm feeling... I've spent days fighting to ensure that the connection between my spirit and this world wasn't...
Well, it's certainly good that you're back. There are a lot of strange things.
This child, is it really going to be mine and Nate's?
It's not going to have horns or anything, is it? Just because it was conceived by magic?
It will be your child. Its birth and life will be just as magical as that of any other child.
I'm so sorry, Archmage, but Remy is dead. He was killed by a ghost.
He's... No, I can...
He died in Wilbur's arms, in the temple in which he found Wilbur's magic wand all those years ago.
Which temple is that?
I don't know exactly. Wilbur thought it was dedicated to some evil god. He called him...
The Nameless.
So that's not very good.
Some sorcerers held rituals there and built a machine.
Though I should have examined it more closely.
Wilbur is doing what Remy asked him. He's searching for a book which details how Van Buren's wand can be...
That wasn't Remy. And the book doesn't tell us how to destroy the wand. The Van Buren brothers were... We have to stop Munkus and his mad scheme at all costs.
Munkus? Aren't the Van Burens the real problem? They're transforming the whole world bit by bit.
Work quick. Hand me my magic wand.
Well, now...
You haven't brought it with you, have you? We have to retrieve it immediately. Without it, I can't channel my powers.
I'll fire up the Mary. Hi, Critter. We've turned the Archmage back to normal, and you won't believe it, but Ivo...
You tricked me! Where is the elf?
Hey, careful with that thing.
What's going on here?
Alistair? This time there'll be no way back!
Ivo!
Come on, Alistair! Or are you going to carry on hiding behind your friends?
Nate!
Ivo, you have to go, now.
No, I have to help.
Uha, Guloha.
Mommy, I've made it ever so pretty in there.
Don't worry, my darling. The nice Archmage hasn't got a wand, and he...
Put that head away. It's dangerous. There is no known cure for being turned to stone.
That's why no one will dare question the most powerful wand in the world and a head that turns any being of flesh and blood to stone. We have both of Avantasia's most powerful weapons in our hands. No one...
You're right. This has to end here.
You want to stop us? Shoot! We have won!
You have not won. I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
But this is all nonsense. If that's what happened, then I would be... No. What kind of a place do you think this is, Nate? Ah!
Let me go!
You can't help him now.
But we can't just...
We have to stop Monkus. Using the temple will open a door to the Nameless One's dungeon dimension.
I couldn't give a about this Nameless One. I have to rescue...
Ivo, he's out of our reach.
Is there no hope?
Yes, there is. But if the wand does what it was created for, then it will mean the end of all hope. For Nate, for you, and for your child. If you want to rescue him, you have to...
What do I have...
I lied to Van Buren. I have no power anymore. It takes all my remaining strength to stay in the land of the living, but soon I will have to leave. That is why it's up to all of you to stop Monkus. He must not be allowed to use the machine in the temple.
I will stop him.
Be careful. He is clever, powerful, and prepared to do anything. I will try to warn Wilbur in the Dark Woods. He's been conned and is playing right into the enemy's hands. I don't have much time left. Goodbye, Ivo.
But what shall I do? Oh. I will come back as quickly as I can, and we shall be reunited, my love. Right now, our hope is in Seastone, and with Wilbur in the dark.
Are you sure, Wilbur?
Yes. Some villager will know where old Van Buren lived, and maybe even where we can find the book.
Shouldn't I come with you?
If your feet hurt as much as mine do, then I don't want to do that to you. I won't be gone long. Will you please look after Timmy?
Don't worry, he's sleeping. When you get back, there'll be hot sausages waiting for...
I can hardly wait.